Last night, Corey Kluber authored his 7th career complete game shutout, and he was a model of efficiency, doing it in under 100 pitches. It's only the 3rd time in his career he's gone 9 in under 100 pitches, and it's his first complete game shutout in under 100 pitches in 4 years. Today, the Indians go for a series win against the Angels here on Sports Time Ohio. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. The trading deadline came and went last week while we were on the road. The Indians picked up Leonys Martin. Probably didn't register more than a ripple across the baseball landscape, but he's paid early dividends for the Tribe.
You call it flying under the radar, but I'll tell you what, he's come over and he's fit into this lineup beautifully. 2 home runs, 3 ribbies, in his 3 games played, 4 for 8, but he fits so well in that 9th spot in this lineup because you have Lindor hitting behind you, and he knows he's a veteran. He knows his game. I can tell you one thing right now, Matt. He can hit that low fastball. If you get it down and in, a left-hander, he can hit it, and he's done a nice job, and he's a very good center fielder as well.
All right, Shane Bieber's on the hill for the Tribe today. He'll face an Angels lineup without Mike Trout, without Justin Upton, and without Albert Pujols. We'll be back with the play-by-play. We'll check in with Alan Jensen on the showstopper, and we'll hear from Andre Knott straight ahead.
Cleveland Indians baseball is brought to you by Who But W.B. Mason, the official office supplier of the Cleveland Indians. And by your Northern Ohio Honda dealers. Made in Ohio, Ohio proud. Shane Bieber on the mound for Cleveland. Roberto Perez will be his catcher as they talk it over heading into the dugout this afternoon in downtown Cleveland. Another big crowd expected. The Indians sold out the last 2 games against the Angels. Welcome back here to center field along with Jensen Lewis, Al Pulowski. It's time now for our showstopper, and that is Chris Davis, who now has 3 consecutive years of 30 home runs. He homered last night. Oakland a winner 2-1 as they beat the Detroit Tigers. And Chris Davis is that guy that keeps hitting homers. And now Jensen striking out a little bit less, too.
Now, the Oakland A's now have increased their lead over the Mariners to 2.5 games for the second wild card spot. They're only 3.5 back of the Yankees, who have been in a real spiral with Boston, a chance to sweep them tonight at Fenway Park. But you look at where this Oakland offense is. Chris Davis been one of those guys that perennial power. It's been him. It's been J.D. Martinez the last couple of seasons. Just really a guy that can beat you at all parts of the ballpark. And he's playing in one of the biggest ones in all of Big League Baseball.
Pretty impressive what Chris Davis is doing, no doubt. Matt Underwood and Rick Manning have the call on today's game. Let's set it up there now. Fellas.
Thank you, Al and Jensen. Oakland has surged to 20 games over the 500 mark, and they are sitting pretty right now with a whole lot of baseball left to go. This is game 110 for the Indians. They sit 60-49, 9 games better than Minnesota in the American League Central Division. A week ago, we had to deal with the trading deadline. And whether you are a young player or an established one, unless you are one of those select guys that have a full no-trade clause in your deal, it can cause a little anxiety as we lead up to the trading deadline. And with more on that, we go downstairs to Andre Knott with our Hear Right sounds of the game.
Thank you very much, Matt. And I got to tell you, Shane Bieber was basically told the rule that Rick Manning tells us last week. He was told, stay off of Twitter. That's kind of difficult for a young millennial who's used to being on Twitter constantly. But for Shane Bieber, after starting the year in Double-A, getting to Columbus, and then getting here to Cleveland and getting some victories, his name became very popular last week. And here he is talking about getting through the trade deadline and still being an Indian.
Yeah, my agent called me and he was like, hey, I don't know if you've seen, I hadn't checked Twitter that night yet. And he's like, you might want to just stay off Twitter. You know, he's like, yeah, you could. I know you can handle it, but you know, it might be a little bit easier if you stay off Twitter, stay off your phone a little bit, kind of just relax, maybe go to bed early or whatever it is. So, you know, he reached out to me and let me know, and that's definitely helpful. And I was able to kind of keep my mind off things and go out there and try and focus on what I was trying to do.
It's got to be hard to stay off Twitter, though.
I know, right? In this day and age, yeah.
Well, there are rumors, and then there are wild rumors. And I think for a baseball player, you can be part of anything in between.
That's why his agent wanted him to stay off of it. I'm sure he went right to bed after his agent told him that. He went on that phone and checked, I guarantee it. But what are you going to do? He's still here, and certainly the Indians aren't going to give up on him because he's done a heck of a job so far this year. So we're going to get an opportunity to watch him deal today.
Hopefully he's going to pitch the Indians to a series win over the Angels. Tried 15-3 in series finales at home this year. And, you know, it's a ball club that has had its ups and downs offensively. You know, they're starting to put together some pretty good numbers. They're 4th in the American League in runs scored, 2nd overall in team batting average. And last night was really a sight for sore eyes to see Corey Kluber go out and just simply dominate an opponent. Yeah, the complete game, those are always fun, the shutout, but he looked like the dominant Cy Young Award winner that we know he can be. And so now a chance for Shane Bieber to maybe try and build on that performance here this afternoon. And it will come, frankly, against the lineup for the Angels that's missing some of their key pieces.
It's a spring training B game for their lineup today. But, you know, as the Indians did last night, that was the 20th time they have had 5 hits or less in a game. But they're 7-13 in games where they have 5 hits or less. That's hard to do. And they've done very well doing
7 wins when you have 5 hits or less.
Exactly.
You have to have good pitching, in particular good starting pitching to do that.
Exactly right. And we're going to get an opportunity to see Shane Bieber today. He's going to be our Northern Ohio Honda starting pitcher. He'll make his 10th career start. It'll be his first start against the Angels. He has not pitched against them in his career, so he will obviously have the upper hand that first time through the lineup, going through guys he's never seen before. But at Progressive Field this year, he's 3-2 in his 5 starts with a 4.94 ERA. So we'll see if Shane can get off to a good start, get rid of that first inning, and see what happens.
The starting 9 for Mike Scioscia, and Mike Scioscia has become a story here today. We'll have more on that coming up as we go along. But his lineup today features Cole Calhoun, then Eric Young. Shohei Ohtani will DH and hit third. Then it's Andrelton Simmons in the cleanup spot. Not a cleanup hitter, but that's where he's batting today because they're minus Pujols, they're minus Upton, they're still missing Mike Trout. David Fletcher will bat 5th. Francisco Arcia is at first base hitting 6th. Caleb Cowart is batting 7th. Jeffrey Marte will bat 8th, and Jose Briseño will bat 9th.
Let's check out the Chrysler defense for the Indians behind Bieber today. It'll be Brantley in left, Martin in center, Cabrera over in right. It'll be Ramirez at third, Lindor at short, Kip is at second, Alonso at first, and Perez doing the catching again.
Nick Lentz will call the balls and strikes. The crew chief, Joe West, who worked the plate yesterday, is down at third. Mark Ripperger and Marty Foster at first and second base, respectively. 84 degrees and hazy as you look at Mike Scioscia. Scioscia, the focal point of a story that surfaced earlier today that says he will not be back. Sources telling the author of the story he will not be back to manage next year after his 10-year contract expires at the end of this season. He's been at the helm for 19 years in Anaheim. So no one could blame him if he's finally said at season's end, you know, I've had enough, I'm going to go home. But he is not happy. In fact, we were told from sources very close to the team, he was livid with the fact that this report was out there on television last night following the game and has been a source of conversation all day here today and will continue to be a source of conversation when they arrive home to start a homestand tomorrow. Cole Calhoun leads it off, and he swings at the first pitch and lines it foul down the left side, out of play.
Not like what the Angels were doing last night against Kluber. Let's get aggressive. See the first fastball, let's get after it.
Mike Trout still bothered by a right wrist injury, so he's missed what, 4 in a row now?
Yes, I think so. He missed the last.
Missed Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, so this will be Sunday, 4 in a row. And he hadn't missed a game, I think, since a year ago. You've got to go back to September 28th of last season, the last time he missed a ball game. Cole Calhoun has hit in 8 of his last 10 games, but the Indians have held him to 1 for 7 thus far in the series.
Yeah, he was swinging a hot bat coming into the series.
And a fly ball hit toward left. Michael Brantley will make the catch, 1 away. Mike Scioscia is the longest tenured manager in the majors. Greg Popovich is the only other current head man in pro sports that's been at his job with one team longer.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm talking to Tito this morning. He did reach out to Mike Scioscia last night and this morning just to see what the reports were. And as you said, he was completely against it. Go to the other network. Leave me alone. Anyway, he said when a coach or a manager's been around for 19 years, you always worry about the message being able to be sent and still get to your players. He said Mike Scioscia's done that for 19 years, and he commends him for that.
Yeah, in today's game, and I don't care what sport, for to last that long with one team is you may never see that again, or very, very rarely.
Well, you always wonder when a story comes out and there are quote unquote sources that provide the information. You wonder, well, which side did it come from? Is it coming from the player or the manager, or is it coming from management? In this case, the Angels themselves. Those who know Scioscia, who've been around him, claim unless he's one heck of a double agent that he was not happy that this was out here, so they would really doubt that this came from anyone in his camp.
Well, do you think it's because he's on the last year of a contract, and you know he's been there for so long that if they don't extend him, they probably look at it like they don't want him back? Very well could be.
Pulled foul by Eric Young. Now I think the fact that the Angels are a couple of games under 500 and the rest of this season is going to be a look toward the future. I'm sure everybody's fair game. There's the wide and the 2-2. Bieber with a fastball. Ring him up. 2 down. Storylines brought to you by Wayside Furniture for Shane Bieber. Like that last pitch down in the zone. And Two of the game's top shortstops featured here today. Francisco Lindor, of course, and Andrelton Simmons for the Angels.
That's no doubt two of the best shortstops, but there's a lot of good ones out there too.
Shohei Ohtani checks on a breaking ball down. Ohtani with 2 home runs in the series opener, but Corey Kluber held him in check last night. Ohtani in 18 at bats against the Indians this year has 9 hits, 4 of them home runs. And Bieber slows it down in for a strike, 1-1. Swung out and missed. And Bieber puts Ohtani in the hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trying to set him down 1-2-3 here in the first. Fastball in off the plate.
Like that pitch.
Ohtani did not have a home run on the road this year until Friday night when he hit 2 here in Cleveland. Hit a long way, deep center field. It is going to be off the top of the wall, near the top. And Ohtani will cruise into second base with a 2-out double.
Boy, I'll tell you, you give him swinging room, and that was a breaking ball away. If he gets any kind of extension, that ball came close to getting out of here. Look at this on our Nissan pitch tracker, an elevated slider. But he stays back.
Yeah, he does.
And I'll tell you, if you slow it down for him, that's right into his wheelhouse. And he doubles off the wall. That'll be double number 14 for Ohtani.
It's almost like, Rick, when he puts that front foot down, no weight shifts. It's just, it starts sort of the timing mechanism. But when his front foot lands, he's not moving forward.
And it's tough to get him a check swing because he waits on the ball. He lets it track deep into the zone.
So Andrelton Simmons, 7th in the American League in batting average, will have a chance to give the Angels an early lead. He also owns the 2nd best batting average in the American League on the road. He's hit .342 away from Southern California this year. Good fastball, pumps over the outside corner. It's 0-2. A humid afternoon here in Cleveland with bright sunshine. Here in the first inning, the 0-2 is weakly tapped towards third. Ramirez cuts it off and throws him out. No runs, a hit, a man left. The Indians are coming to bat when we come back.
be our Northern Ohio Hyundai starting pitcher. And it'll be his fourth start for the Angels. It'll be his first career appearance against the Tribe. And he was acquired from the Texas Rangers on June 19th for cash considerations.
Terry Francona's starting lineup brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Francisco Lindor leads it off, having a tremendous campaign. Michael Brantley batting second. Jose Ramirez, an MVP caliber season, will bat third. Edwin Encarnacion in the cleanup spot, followed by Yonder Alonso, then Melky Cabrera, Jason Kipnis, Roberto Perez, and Leonis Martin batting ninth. Fastball just up and away. McGuire fastball, curveball, slider, and change. Lindor lines one into center field. A base hit. So the man who makes the Indians offense go is aboard to start here in the first.
Yeah, good swing, single, and a fastball. In the outfield for the Angels defense, Cowart in left, Young in center, Calhoun is over and right. At third base, it'll be Marte. Simmons is at short, Fletcher at second, Arcia at first. Briseño is behind the plate.
Lindor has scored a run in 61 of his 108 games this year. A total of 94 runs scored. Far and away the most in the American League. I haven't checked lately to see if anybody in the National League has crept up within striking distance. Charlie Blackmon is still 12 back with 82 runs scored in Colorado. Michael Brantley takes. It's ball one. Deck McGuire was the 11th overall pick in the 2010 draft by the Toronto Blue Jays. He had can't miss written all over him. 6'6", 225. Big power right-hander. He was tremendous at Georgia Tech, where that's a really good college baseball program. He had 118 strikeouts and 113 innings at Georgia Tech. But he spent 7 years in the minor leagues before he ever got a chance to pitch in the majors, and that came last year with the Cincinnati Reds, at the time a very pitching depleted ball club. Up high, 3-0. I mean, it's just another one of those examples that, man, it is so hard to guarantee a first-round pick is going to hit and be a success for you in the major leagues.
It truly is. It truly is. And, you know, you're going to get more opportunities when you're a high pick or a #1 pick. This is his fourth stint this year with the Angels because they have had their pitching injuries. They went through 29 pitchers this year already.
And don't misunderstand, it's not like McGuire has had a tough road to hoe because of injuries, where some guys, you know,
Tommy John
can't stay healthy.
Like
He's never really had any serious arm injuries. He just, for everything the scouts saw and thought, sure thing, it just hasn't worked. Not to say that he won't be a late bloomer and maybe find some success, but, you know, he's getting an opportunity, as you just pointed out, because this is an Angels club that has gone through almost a franchise record number of pitchers.
Yeah, they're 2 away from that, which happened last year, by the way. Second straight year that they've had their issues with their pitching.
He's the 12th different starting pitcher they have used this season. And Brantley taking a slow breaking ball for a strike, full count. Charlie Nagy, by all accounts, has done a phenomenal job to keep this Angels pitching staff relevant, to keep them pumped up and positive with everything that has gone wrong and haywire for the pitching staff, whether it be starters, bullpen guys. The injuries are almost impossible to overcome.
Lindor should be off and running on this pitch, I would imagine. 3-2 count to Brantley, nobody out. Get things running.
Brantley batting .338 at home this year. Lindor got a great jump. The ball's in the dirt. It does not matter. A knock and a walk, and the Indians have their first two aboard to start. Today's stat of the game brought to you by Buick. Jose Ramirez, there's where he ranks in the American League. And that's why I said at the top, an MVP caliber season as Charlie Nagy's going to pay a visit to the mound. 2 batters in. Ramirez, 10th in the American League in batting average, hitting an even .300.
Now, don't you find that tied for first in stolen bases? That's pretty incredible for Jose.
You know, he's also drawn 70 walks, which is second most, only to
right.
Mike Trout, who's almost drawn 100.
Yeah, he won't catch Mike, but he's learning as far as the walks go. Every part of his game is elevated.
Indians trying to strike here in the first inning. And this is a guy that has driven the offense in the first. Ramirez has 11 first inning home runs. And he has 27 first inning runs batted in. Only Nolan Arenado of Colorado has more first inning runs batted in than Ramirez. He has one more at 28. The 0-1 pitch. And a slow breaking ball is called a strike.
Started him off curveball and went slider.
0-2. In the dirt, bounces away. Lindor will go to third.
That's just a great read from Frankie on second base. He saw that ball going into the dirt. Brantley at first couldn't do anything. You got to make sure the guy at second is going to go first, but watch the jump. In the dirt, off and running. Didn't hesitate, and he couldn't even offer a throw there. So good base running there by Lindor. Now 90 feet away to getting in there and scoring another run.
First and third, nobody out. In off the plate with a fastball. Jose Ramirez, the reigning player of the month in the American League. Batted .322 in July. Brantley draws a throw with 25 runs batted in 25 games played.
Well, so far it's just been the breaking ball he's been able to throw for a strike to Ramirez. Coming back with another one, didn't bite. Another full count.
Well, and that's the thing for Ramirez. You mentioned it, the 70 walks showing the growth and maturity. He's drawn a walk in 9 of the last 12 games. 13 free passes total in that time. Edwin Encarnacion waiting on deck. Ramirez launches one high and deep to right field and gone to Souvenir City. What a start to a Sunday afternoon in downtown Cleveland. Home run number 33. 82 runs batted in. His 65th extra base hit of the year. And he continues to kill it in the first inning. That is his major league leading 12th first inning home run of the season, and now a major league best 30 first inning runs batted in. Now Edwin Encarnacion hit by a pitch. And he'll head down to first as that draws some raised eyebrows from the Indians dugout. But Deck McGuire, the last thing I think he was trying to do there is hit somebody. Based on the long road that he's traveled to just get an opportunity here in the big leagues. A single, a walk, and a 3-run homer. And still nobody out. After the hit by pitch, Yonder Alonso takes a pitch down low.
Well, and that Ramirez at bat, you know, he tried with the breaking ball after he got ahead with him, and then 3-2 he went with a fastball, and Jose made him pay. Then he came back and he hit Encarnacion with the breaking ball.
Fastball, foul tipped, and it's 1-1. What a year Jose Ramirez is having. And he's not showing any signs of slowing down. Now the 1-1. Alonso spanks it into right field. That'll send Edwin all the way to third. Indians at the corners and still nobody out. And action in the Angels bullpen already. Here in the first inning, McGuire's made only 18 pitches, but they're not going to wait around much longer as you take another look at the home run hit by Jose Ramirez.
A 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And you can see how deep that went. That was awesome.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. It's going to bring up Melky Cabrera.
And you go back and he was down 0-2 in that at bat before he hit the 3-2 pitch out.
Melky Cabrera taking a strike. Hitless in the series, but over his last 13 games, second tour of duty, if you will, with the Indians, he's batted .302 with a couple of doubles and a home run. And he ran it in, but you could see that Cabrera couldn't get any swinging room. Right-hander Taylor Cole getting loose.
Still searching for his first out. He's thrown 20 pitches.
And Cabrera chases one up high. Not a good AB for Melky. First out of the inning. And Jason Kipnis to the plate. Looking to snap an 0 for 10. Off-speed pitch catches the outside corner. He checked on a ball that's low. He did not go, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, that fastball command, he hasn't been able to throw that fastball inside, you know, for strikes. He's been able to get ahead sometimes with that breaking ball, but it's the fastball command that he's going to need.
Pulls that foul over toward the Angels dugout. 1-2 to count on Kipnis. Indians with 3 runs already in here in the first, but 2 more on the bases with only 1 out. And Kipnis hit by a pitch, and now the bases are loaded. second hit batter of the day, and I think that's it. Mike Scioscia is making his way to the center of the diamond, and Deck McGuire's start will come to an end after facing just 7 batters, hitting 2, giving up 2 hits, 3 runs already in on the 3-run homer by Jose Ramirez. So Mike Scioscia makes a Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen here in the first inning, and we'll be right back. Have to sit and watch the rest of this one after he lasted just a third of an inning. 3 runs in thanks to that man Jose Ramirez. He leaves with the bases loaded and still only 1 out. And the new pitcher for the Angels is right-hander Taylor Cole.
Yeah, he was just recalled from AAA as well last night. His second stint with the Angels.
Roberto Perez will be the batter for the Indians. Here's the situation. Encarnacion is at third. Yonder Alonso is at second. And Jason Kipnis down at first. Roberto Perez 1 for 5 in the series. And a slow bouncer towards third. They'll come home with the throw and force Edwin for the second out of the inning. Alonso to third, Kipnis to second, and Roberto Perez now at first on the fielder's choice. And the 9th man to bat in the first inning is Leonis Martin, who since being acquired from the Tigers has gone 4 for 8 with 2 home runs and 3 runs driven in. And he has a chance to be a real difference maker in the bottom third of the Indians order for this very type of opportunity. Bases loaded, 2 down. But he gives you a veteran presence who's got some dangerous swings in that bat, as we witnessed last night.
It was the first hit of the game, and he hit a solo home run, that coming in the 6th inning. Second home run since the Indians acquired him.
Popped up, and this will get him out of the inning. Simmons makes the catch. The Indians leave him loaded, but they score 3 in the first. Jose Ramirez with the 100th home run of the year by an Indians left-handed hitter, most in the majors. Stay tuned later in the game for our Miller Lite Hold True moment. Five, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Angels. Shane Bieber handed a 3-0 lead. You'll have David Fletcher, Francisco Arcia, and Caleb Cowart due up. Fastball strike gets him ahead. Fletcher 1 for 6 in the series.
Put up some pretty good at-bats on Friday night when he was down in the count.
Well, over his last 19 games, he's batted .282. Normally, guys who put up good at-bats are having good results along the way.
Well, for a young guy getting a chance to play second base after they traded Ian Kinsler to the Red Sox.
That looked like strike 3, and for whatever reason, wasn't called. On the other side of the plate, he's been calling pitches that were off. Fletcher reaches for it, and Kipnis throws him out.
Well, MLB At Bat is your #1 Indians app. Catch every moment with Indians home screen icons and features like the MLB TV Game of the Day, in-game highlights, news, radio broadcasts, and much more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Francisco Arcia 0 for 5 in the series. And takes a fastball strike.
So far, Bieber either 0-2 or 1-2 to 5 of the first 6 hitters faced. And that's his game. Command, control. Pitch from ahead in the count.
That fastball didn't miss by much. 1-2. Swung on and missed. He threw it right by him at 94. Second strikeout for Bieber. 2 down on the inning.
So a little low fastball. Two-seamer. You can see the run on it. Goes right into the glove of Perez. Gets his second strikeout.
Caleb Cowart hitless in the series and 0 for his last 15 overall. Right back to Bieber, who almost caught it, knocks it down, and throws him out. The Angels go 1-2-3, and Bieber avoids a potentially huge scare here in the second inning. Half of the second inning. Back to the top of the order. Francisco Lindor will lead it off. Lindor started the game with a single and came around to score his major league leading 95th run of the season. And there's a base hit down the right field line into the corner. It goes. Lindor's off and running. He's in the second base and he stops right there. Wisely so. He's got a leadoff double. That'll be his 36th of the year. He came in tied for second most doubles in the American League.
And he smoked this ball down the right field line. Got a little breaking ball down there, and he will get his 64th extra base hit. Ramirez had his 65th in the first inning. So these two guys just continue to pound the baseball, getting extra base hits. Seems like on a nightly basis.
Lindor also with his 43rd multi-hit game of the season, tying him with J.D. Martinez of the Red Sox for the most in the AL. Every time Ramirez or Lindor swing the bat, something like that seems to happen. Brantley right at the shortstop Simmons, but he has no lane to throw on Lindor, so he'll take the sure out. But Frankie gets to third with one down. Normally that's a risky play for a base runner, but Frankie felt he had a good jump.
Well, if you can get the ball and it be on your left side and you take off, and you see how far the third baseman was off the base, that certainly helps. Because he had to wait for the third baseman to get there, and by the time Lindor was running, you don't want to lead that. You need to get an out. So that was actually pretty good base running on Lindor's part.
It forces the Angels to bring the infield in for Jose Ramirez. And the pitch is up high, ball one. Pulls it foul. This is actually, I think, a smart play. You don't see a lot of teams do this, but with the infield in and Lindor at third, they're keeping Marte right at the bag at third so that Lindor can't get one of those big walking leads and just take off on a ground ball contact.
And you're not going to see Ramirez hit the ball that way. So it's really, yeah, it's almost like he's on first base.
Yeah, being held.
Put it in the mirror.
Up high. 2-1. And it's popped up foul ground. Is it playable? Marte, no, look out. The railing stopped him in mid-stride.
Caught a camera.
Ooh.
That's what he caught.
Couldn't have felt too good.
Yeah, that's right about thigh high as he's going over there. He's looking up into the sun. Watch the camera and the cameraman he runs into. Didn't take a peek, didn't have time, so that was a surprise. Ran out of room, and it's a foul ball.
Now the 2-2. Up high, full count. Blowing away, ball four. Another walk for Jose Ramirez. That's 71 on the year. And the Indians have first and third with one out. Injury report brought to you by the attorneys at Elk & Elk. Tyler Skaggs, who was originally supposed to start this game today for the Angels, is on the DL. Ian Kinsler, who the Red Sox just traded for from the Angels, is on the DL. Tommy Pham, who just got traded from the Cardinals, is on the DL. And Lance McCullers, part of the Astros' great rotation.
Yeah, he came out of last night's game and he went on.
Edwin Encarnacion. So this just popped into my head talking about the Angels and all the injury problems they have. Will that then be the first start other than the 5 that the Astros have used this year? I don't think they've used anybody other than their 5 starters this year, which is incredible. But here we are in August, Encarnacion pulling it foul. How about that? 112 starts, only 5 guys by the Astros this year.
That's incredible. Well, yeah, he's on it. I don't know if they have any off days or if they could miss a turn or not.
Yeah,
somebody
that's true.
else will get a start.
There's potentially they could if they have an off day.
Right. Come tomorrow, come Thursday, who knows?
Ramirez was off on that ground ball that was fouled by Edwin, and now we'll lob one over there, and he almost threw it away. Taylor Cole will be 29 years old in 2 weeks. Spent his whole career up to this point with the Blue Jays until they released him, and that was last August when the Blue Jays cut ties with him. Ramirez is off and running, and Edwin lines one to center field. This is trouble. This is going to be a double play, and the inning is over.
Yeah, he never picked it up.
Started out promising, but the Angels turn 2 to end the second, and the Indians still lead it 3-0. Francisco Lindor, they claim, scored before the out was recorded at first base. Mike Scioscia has then challenged that ruling, and it is really close. I think the Indians might catch a break here because it's just too close to call. And the ruling is?
No run?
I don't know what that means.
I think no run. No run.
So no run. They're taking the run away. That's a good call.
Yeah. Boy, that was a good shot right there where you could see it. Mosey couldn't get back in time. He didn't pick up the baseball quickly enough, and it was a good call.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't see them signal that he was safe. I just assumed all along that that was not going to count as a run. But then I saw Mike Scioscia come out of the dugout, and I thought they must have counted that run. But it wasn't up on the scoreboard. In any event, it's still 3-0. Fly ball. This is going to be tough. And Melky Cabrera with a sensational catch and a big smile from Shane Bieber. Wow. He had nothing left to give. Everything he had went into that play.
I can't believe he caught it, because I'll tell you what, that ball looked like it was going to hit the ground, but he gets that glove underneath and he went down on his chest. Good thing he was able to get that glove out in front of him and didn't pin his arm underneath him, because he could have been hurt, but he made a beautiful catch. And Bieber shows you how you feel when a defender makes a play like that. Very good play.
Boy, you're right. So many times you'll see a guy make that play and then roll the wrist underneath the body.
Wrist, shoulder.
Somehow he made that catch and then flipped the wrist up before he crushed himself into the ground. One down for Jose Briseño. Briseño has collected a hit in 12 of the 25 games he's played in this year. To left, down the line. This is trouble. It's a fair ball and it's off the wall. And Brantley with a beautiful throw, holding him to a long one-out single.
Yeah, really played nicely off the wall there by Michael Brantley. It wasn't hit. It had a little air underneath it, so it was coming down, but he barehanded the ball. And he had all his momentum. That's good when you have a left-handed thrower out there in this situation. And you can see how quickly he got it in and threw a strike. Well played.
So 1 on 1 out for Cole Calhoun as we go to the top of the Angels order. Calhoun flied to left in the first inning. Line to right. Cabrera racing in again. He makes another fantastic catch. This one, the degree of difficulty not quite as severe as the first, but a standing ovation nonetheless from the faithful here at Progressive Field.
Well, this is going to be catch number 1 in this inning, leading off the inning. And boy, look at that. This one a little bit easier.
Two down for Eric Young Jr. Called out on strikes his first time up. Breaking ball is up high. 2-0. Young has made himself right at home here in Cleveland, going 7 for 16 in his career here at Progressive Field. Three hits in the series, including a pair of doubles, as he looks at a fastball on the inside corner. 2-1. Foul back, full count.
Had a good pitch to hit and followed off in the hitter's count. He was looking for the fastball.
Briseño, the runner at first, will be off on the 3-2 pitch to Young. Threw it right by him. Bieber's third strikeout of the afternoon, but the highlights coming from the milkman in left field. 3-0 Cleveland, middle of the third. And catch the game from the corner in right field or the drink rails in left. You can only get them online. It's at Indians.com/district ticket. And a hot day in the district here this afternoon. Temperature wise, not that bad. It's 84, but it's kind of one of those hazy, humid afternoons.
They've had a wonderful crowd this weekend. Sold out the first 2 nights. It'll be close to about 30,000 today, with an opportunity to draw 100,000 fans this weekend.
Yonder Alonso leads off. Yonder will be hosting a charity event following the game today at the corner alley just down the road here from the ballpark. The Yonder Alonso Base Bowl. Pitches outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland and also Cleveland Indians charities. Tops it and it trickles foul.
That's when you're a hitter, you're begging for it to go foul, as it's borderline.
Taylor Cole came on the first, got out of a bases loaded 2-out jam, and then was fortunate to get out of a first and third 1-out mess in the second inning. It's only 3-0, though it feels like it should be 6, 7, maybe 8-0 by now.
Yeah, they sent 9 men to the plate in the first inning, and they had a big opportunity. Send out some birthday wishes. Coletta Pacholik of Parma is turning 100 today. Very happy birthday to you. And Al Nerone of Boardman is turning 99. Happy birthday to you as well, Al.
All right. There's the 1-2 to Alonso. A swing and a foul back. Cole strikes him out, his first of the afternoon, 1 down. See what's happening coming up this week here at Progressive Field with Gabriella Cruz.
Thanks, guys. Well, Wednesday, August 8th, the Tribe is taking on the Twins, and we've got a special Trevor Bauer Players Weekend jersey thanks to our friends at Liberty Ford. So we want you to get here at the ballpark so you can get this. You can get a high five from me. All you got to do is get your tickets on Indians.com or use the ballpark app. Back to you, Rick and Matt.
Thanks, Gabriella. Like the old-time baseball players there, huh?
Yes, indeed.
1 down for Melky Cabrera, who struck out his first time up. Cabrera flashing some leather in the top half of this inning with 2 sensational plays in left field.
Yes, he was. That first one was really good.
Slapped at it, fouls it off. 1-2. When a hitter chases bad pitches, that's usually not a case where you're not picking the ball up. It's just maybe just being too aggressive.
Well,
feeling too good, maybe
guessing. You know, sometimes you're just caught in between. You're not seeing the ball that well. His first at bat, he had 2 swings very tardy. That last swing where he followed off to the left, I don't know if he's picking up the baseball or what today. When you get locked in, and you know, you can tell just by the way some hitters take a pitch that they're seeing the ball well. Sometimes you just see it and you swing at everything.
You ever give much credence to the theory of, you know, guy hits well in day games, guy hits well in night games? Any difference between the two from your experience?
You know, you may see the ball a little better during the day, I think sometimes, unless there's shadows involved and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the natural light. You know, it's just hard to say because there's times where you can feel great during the day and you can feel terrible, and same thing at night. Just depends how you're feeling as a player.
Day like this, I mean, it's bright sunshine. You would think that ball, you would think if you're going to ever see the ball well, it would be a day like this.
Yeah, you're not going to see it any better as long as there's no shadows.
Fouled back.
You know, and sometimes you know, the backdrop, and nowadays with these new ballparks, everything is, you can pick up the baseball, you know, with the backdrop, with the green trees out there, usually a black background. And those easy to pick up.
And those tarps that hang over the parking garage too, just in case. The 3-2. Struck him out. Got a piece of it, but it's held on by Briseño. Back-to-back Ks for Taylor Cole. 2 down in the 3rd. Believe it or not, early in this park's existence, and now maybe those trees in center field weren't quite as tall, but Sandy Alomar said not so much hitting, but when he was catching, you'd see some glare off those parking garage windows, some of the glass that was now covered by those tarps.
I'm sure back in the day that, you know, you have to get used to it. You don't know exactly how it's going to play out. The old Baltimore Stadium, Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, they used to have a white house that was out in center field.
Oh,
those guys used to love to pitch in day games out there.
That's a fair ball and a nice diving stop by Arcia. Lost it momentarily, but recovers in time to throw out Jason Kipnis to retire the side. Indians go in order for the first time this afternoon. Through 3, they lead it 3-0.
District ticket, which is presented by Sportstime Ohio, or a $15 KeyBank Kids ticket. Online only at Indians.com/tickets, or use the ballpark app.
4th inning here at Progressive Field. Indians 3, Angels nothing. Shane Bieber has given up 2 hits. One to this guy, Shohei Ohtani, who almost hit it out of the ballpark in the 1st inning. Got a hanging curveball, and he hit it off the wall in left field.
Boy, he fills up the batter's box. He's at about 6'4", 6'5", and he stays back on the baseball. And left-handed hitters, you expect him sometimes to pull off, but he has outstanding power. That first ball that the other night on Friday that Clevenger gave up a home run to left field, he went inside with a fastball, and it was amazing where he put that baseball when it was all said and done. Into the bleachers in left field, and it had carry to it, so it's a shocker. Not many left-handers can do that.
Just turned 24 years old 1 month ago today, and Melky Cabrera goes back and makes another terrific play in deep left center field.
The milkman, he delivers on Sunday, or I should say he's catching this Sunday. They're testing him, and look at the smile. He's going to look up, and this one going back to the wall into the sunshine, leaps up right before. It would not have been a home run, but makes a nice catch. So he has been tested early in the last 2 innings.
He's collecting all the empties on Sunday.
Yes, he is. That's right.
Bieber's like, are you kidding me? Wow. This guy's having a day. And
he's going to go into the dugout after this. Say, all right, I could use an inning off after this.
Andrelton Simmons grounded out his first time up. Simmons checked his swing and fouled it off toward the Angel dugout. Now the 1-1 offering. Foul back our way. Just missed with that fastball low and away.
Well, he's made a couple of really good pitches with 2 strikes out on that outside corner, but it may be a ball width off the plate, and it's not getting called. So watch it. It's just a little bit off the plate. And I mean, it looks great. He doesn't move the glove, but with 2 strikes, he's sitting just a little bit off the plate.
Just foul over the bag at first.
You could see Simmons check and ask if that pitch was a strike that he just fouled off. He said, of course it was. As Joel Skinner, if you swing at it, it usually is a strike.
Indians infield and outfield straight up for Simmons. Grounds it toward third. Ramirez slings it across, but the throw pulled Alonso off the bag. And Yonder recovers to keep Simmons right there at first base.
Yeah, he was backing away from, you know, the play. He had to go deep into the hole and then spin to make the throw. And it was tough to get an accurate throw off, and it went over the head of Alonso. See, he really came down, and that ball, lucky it didn't go in the dugout. It would have been a base, but I guess they're going to give him a hit here. So
I think what Mike Scioscia might challenge is, did it hit the netting? And is that, what's the ground rule on that? I think that's what he's just asking the umpire. Home plate umpire Nick Lentz.
Yeah, the green rail's in play.
The railing is, that's what he's saying, the railing is in play. And I think his question was, did it go beyond the railing at any point and hit something like that camera perhaps?
No.
But it did not.
No, that's in play.
David Fletcher straightened up by a fastball. Runner goes. Simmons got a good jump. The ball is blooped to center.
Got to keep going.
And it's not going to be caught. And now it kind of trickles between the 2 outfielders. Simmons around third. Thought about heading home. Puts the brakes on. And just an absolutely perfectly placed ball off the bat of David Fletcher. He couldn't have run out there and placed it any better for himself.
Well, he was off and running, and you're right. That's what happens when he gets the ball inside. You just fight it off. It was up there too, but he didn't get it. Got around the trademark, and Simmons picks it up. But when you're that far, you keep right on going, because if he catches it, you're out anyway. And he almost had a chance to score, but they held him up. That third base coach didn't really do it. I think Simmons did it on his own after he rounded third and saw where the ball was. But it'll be a base hit, or is that a double?
I think it's a double. I mean, nobody touched it.
Hitting it there.
Nobody touched the ball.
But I'll tell you what, like you said earlier, you know what? They get a base hit here, they're right in the game, and you're thinking that game was well out of hand. But it's 3-0. They have second and third and just 1 out.
They gave the error to Martin.
Overrunning the ball.
Francisco Arcia struck out in the second inning. So the Angels only down 3-0 with a golden opportunity here in the fourth. it by him. Oh, when he needed it, he reached back for that good fastball. It's his 4th of the afternoon. And now 2 down in the inning and a chance to get out of trouble.
Well, nicely done here by Bieber to come back. He wants it upstairs. You can see above the belt. And he gets it above the belt, and he get the swing and miss. So a good pitch by Bieber. Now he has a chance to get out of the inning. Pick his defense up a little bit.
Tap foul at the first base side. Missed up and away, and a count 1-1. And a good fastball again. Bieber, his fastball today at times has been explosive. In other words, it gets to the hitting area and almost looks like it takes off on the hitters.
And it's all about the location. He's been able, for the most part, to keep it down unless you want to ride the fastball upstairs like he did in the last at-bat to Arcia. You locate that fastball, you can get a lot of swings and misses.
Fouled away, he went up the ladder with it. Upstairs. Two on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch, and a foul out of play.
Came right back with another slider. He left one up and out of the zone the last pitch, but came back with one, took a little bit more off, and he fouled it off, so it stays a 2-2 count.
Shane Bieber, the Southern California native, facing the Angels here today. The 2-2 pitch. Swung. He got him looking at a fastball. It's his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. An absolute laser beam right down the center of the dish. baseball, and Melky Cabrera has been built for left field today.
Well, that was the great one, and then he comes in on another sliding catch, and then you're going to see him go up against the wall and take one away. So in the last 2 innings, 3 pretty good catches.
For the Indians here in the home half of the fourth, Roberto Perez, Leonis Martin, and Francisco Lindor. Indians scored 3 runs, 3 batters into this game, but have not scored since. And Taylor Cole, who came on in relief with the bases loaded and 1 out in the first inning. And he got out of the jam without allowing a run. Then had first and third, 1 out in the second inning, got out of that, and has since retired 4 in a row.
I'll tell you, you know what? This game really could have gotten out of control here early, and he kept it in play. And even last inning, Bieber had to get 2 strikeouts to keep it a 3-0 ball game. So his job, Taylor Cole, is to keep zeros on the board. Not an easy thing to do. But with all the injuries that we talked about the Angels have had, not only in their starting pitching, but also their bullpen. You know, their bullpen is rated 5th in the league with a .381 earned run average, but they have pitched the most innings, no, the second most innings in all of baseball. Tampa being number 1, of course, because they start bullpen guys. But the second most innings in the league. So they've done a pretty darn good job overall compared to where the Indians bullpen has pitched the fewest innings, 296 innings on the year, compared to the Angels 415 coming into today's game. And you're going to see at least 8 innings out of that bullpen today.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Low and away. And Roberto Perez down swinging, and now 3 of the last 4 Indians hitters have gone down via the strikeout. Pitch is up high, ball 1.
Yeah, they have to be aware. Martin is a pretty good bunter. You remember that last game we played in Detroit on that Sunday when Kluber was pitching, led off the game with a little drag bunt to start the game off.
Martin, a big swing, comes up empty, 1-1. And a high fly ball to center. Eric Young, 2 down. Player profile brought to you by Levin Furniture. Take a look at the last 5 American League Gold Glove shortstops. Andrelton Simmons won it last year. Francisco Lindor, the Platinum Glove winner 2 years ago, followed previously by Alcides Escobar. J.J. Hardy had the stranglehold for 3 years. Eric Ibar, these Angels, back in 2011. Lindor singled and scored his major league leading 95th run of the year in the first. doubled and was stranded at third base in the second inning.
Barely stranded because he almost beat that throw back to first base on the double play ball.
Originally, the Indians were awarded a run by the umpiring crew, but Mike Scioscia challenged that play and it was overturned. Ripped foul. Lindor batting for the third time already here in the fourth inning. Oh, that one nailed the umpire, Nick Lentz.
Yeah, just knocked the mask right off his head. Watch Lindor getting on top of this. Tried to get on top of the fastball, but I mean, right direct hit into the mask of Lentz, and it just came right off his head. He said he's okay. He'll double check, give him a second to regroup.
Two down, bases empty here in the fourth inning. Francisco Lindor already 2 hits today, but this time he has popped up on the infield. The shortstop Simmons. The inning is over. 7 straight retired by Taylor Cole. It's 3-0 Cleveland through 4. Getaway vehicle. Visit KiaDealers.com to learn more. Buy Levin Furniture. For the best deals on furniture and mattresses, shop Levin's. And buy your Chevy Network dealers. Visit ClickChevy.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads. 3-0. The Indians lead it. 5th inning here at Progressive Field, and Jeffrey Marte will lead off for the Angels. Shane Bieber grew up in Southern California. His favorite team was the Angels. He's just 23 years old. But as Terry Francona once said of Bieber, he pitches more maturely than his age would indicate.
Yeah, with secondary pitches and things like that, control, command. You know, some guys have a knack, I guess, when you're in the minor leagues and they have an opportunity to come up.
I think part of it too might be just the fact that, you know, people look at Southern Californians and say, oh, they're all laid back surfer personality, dude, what's up, that kind of thing. But Bieber, you know, kind of overlooked. He had to walk on at UC Santa Barbara and prove himself. 4th round pick by the Indians. Kind of had to prove himself. So there's always been, just below the surface, this sort of fierce determination that this young man carries with him everywhere he's gone in terms of baseball.
That's a good thing.
Now the 1-2. Up high with that fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Probably one reason why they didn't introduce him to Tito in spring training is they said they didn't want him to steal him and take him to the big leagues. 9-0-2 1-2 counts for Bieber today.
Weakly grounded towards third. Ramirez will set himself and make a good throw. 1 down. Down to Andre.
Well, as you guys talk about Shane Bieber, last inning, Matt, you brought up the extra zip that he's had on his fastball in these last 2 starts. He says he was amazed in his bad start against Pittsburgh. By the time he came out, he says between the pitchers looking at film and Carl, they already had known what was wrong with him. He says when you're in the minors, you have a bad start because you have help and you have a couple guys that help you. But he was amazed at how quickly they were able to tell him, get on that top leg, push off that leg. He said Carl knew what the problem was, and he said immediately when he went out for his next start, everything fell back into place. He just appreciates how much he can get help from these different pitchers and the pitching coach here on the big league level.
Isn't it amazing when you have all those different sets of eyes watching? Yep. They'll pick it up.
And they knew immediately. And Carl said it was one of those things he didn't want to mess with during the game, and everything happened so quick in that Pittsburgh game that he told him, settle down. We're going to get you right back to where you were at. And it's exactly what's happening.
Well, it's a great place to learn is the big leagues. It's you know, a little tougher to teach down there in the minor leagues.
One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 5th. Jose Briseño with a base hit in the 3rd. It was off the top of the wall and left, and Michael Brantley made a great throw to hold into a single.
But you know, it was funny, guys. Before Shane came up, you know, the one thing Carl said is they didn't want things to speed up on him. And the one thing Shane did say is he says it never speeds up on me except that game against Pittsburgh where things did start coming quickly because things weren't going right. And Arch, I've heard you say that about guys, that sometimes the game does go a little faster than you want it to.
Base hit number 2 for Briseño out of the 9 hole. And for the 2nd time, he's aboard with 1 out. It's now 5 hits for the Halos.
Batting down for the Angels, right fielder Cole Calhoun.
Well, again, we talk about the game speeding up on you. A lot of times now you come up here your first year like Shane Bieber, and he's facing a lot of teams for the first time. Never faced them before. So, you know, he should be able to get by for a while and see what happens. But it's after you face teams and they have an idea and they have a book on you and they face you. They've been in that batter's box and they get to see how that fastball moves, the breaking ball moves, and things like that is when the adjustments are made.
Cole Calhoun has flied to left. I should say to right field twice today.
It certainly helps when you're not facing this lineup with a Trout, Upton, and Pujols in there.
It's hit a long way deep center field, and it is going to be off the wall, and it bounces over the head of Martin. That's going to get Briseño home, and Calhoun's going to go all the way into third base with a 1-out triple. So the Angels get on the board. Cole Calhoun's 2nd triple of the season, and it's now a 3-1 game.
Hit that ball a long way into center field. It goes off the high part of the wall in sort of left center, and by the time it ricochets, it goes over the head of Martin, and that's something, a learning process out there with the ball bouncing off the wall, but able to score from first base. And now the Angels are on the board, just down 2, and with 1 out, they've got another runner at third base.
Eric Young, the batter, 0 for 2, has struck out twice today. Bounces this one foul.
Right here, this is a big run out there for the Angels. They had an opportunity. Bieber pitched his way out of it last inning, but they hit him with their second extra base hit of the game here with the triple. And going through the lineup now for the third time.
Tried to hold up, but he went around, and it's 0-2.
You're a little anxious when you have that man at third base. Look at, he went after a breaking ball that really wasn't close. It was going to bounce in the dirt, but they got him to check his swing, and he couldn't do it. Well, now he has him down on count 0-2.
Locked him up with a fastball in the first inning. Threw a heater by him in the third. And he just got him with another fastball. A blazer on the outside corner, a half dozen Ks for Bieber. 2 down.
And you watch how he goes about attacking him. Started him off with a breaking ball, bounced a breaking ball, couldn't check his swing, and then throws the dart on the outside corner at the knees, down and away. Excellent pitch, and now Perez wants to talk to him about this at bat, and rightfully so. This is the guy you really don't want to beat you today with everybody else out of the lineup.
Well, he doubled off the wall in center field and on the big part of the wall in the first, and then almost hit one out again in the fourth inning. Sent Melky Cabrera to the wall in right center field. He was 4-1 as a pitcher in 9 starts this year before the elbow injury cut short his pitching performances this year. Even so, Babe Ruth is the only other player in baseball history since at least 1900 to hit 10 or more home runs and get 4 or more wins in a season.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. We never really had an opportunity. There you go. He takes him on a 2-0 pitch, breaks his bat.
Look at where that barrel in it. It's stuck like a lawn dart next to the pitcher's mound.
It sure did. And clutch hit right there by Ohtani to give them their second run. It's a breaking ball, and it's down. It was not a strike, but it goes off the end of the bat, and watch the barrel of the bat fly out there, sticks into the lawn, but he gets the runner home. So a big hit for the Angels makes it a 3-2 ball game. Carl Willis coming out now to have a talk with Bieber.
Just now getting some action in the Cleveland bullpen. Left-hander Oliver Perez is getting up for the Indians, while the Angels have a lefty getting loose in their pen.
The Angels have out-hit the Indians at a 7-4.
Center field, Martin makes the catch. Angels get on the board here in the 5th. It's now a 1-run game, 3-2. To the hill for the Indians. Kyle Gibson will pitch for Minnesota. Our coverage begins with Indians Live at 6:30. All the action at 7 right here on Sports Time Ohio and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Jose Alvarez coming out to pitch here in the 5th inning now for the Angels. Boy, what a job Taylor Cole did.
Yeah.
3 2/3, 1-hit baseball. Walked 1, struck out 3, and had retired 7 straight.
You're so true, man. That's a key role. After 3 runs were already in, he came in, had bases loaded, and he was able to get out of it. Hold it there. They got 2, and they're back into the ball game. And Alvarez now preparing for league high 57th time this year.
Michael Brantley will lead it off. He walked and scored in the 1st.
Pitched the scoreless inning on Friday night.
And taking a strike, Brantley is in the hole 0-2. And 3 pitches is all it took to retire Brantley to start the home half of the 5th. Mid-game recap brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Jose Ramirez with his major league leading 12th first inning home run of the year made it 3-0 in the 1st. It stayed that way until the 5th. Cole Calhoun with an RBI triple got the Angels on the board, and Shohei Ohtani with a 2-out RBI broken bat single brought home Calhoun with the 2nd run for the Angels. And that's where we stand now, bottom of the 5th. J.D. Martinez of Boston started the day atop the leaderboard in the American League with 33 home runs. Ramirez, that 1st inning home run, his 33rd of the season. '82 runs batted in for Jose, also among the best in the business, 3rd most in the American League. 65 extra base hits.
Yeah, he passed Arenado also in those 1st inning RBIs too, with the 3 on today.
And he draws another walk, 2nd of the day. He'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion. Hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, then lined into a double play in the 2nd when he hit a scorcher to center field. But Ramirez in that instance was off on the pitch and never saw the ball caught in center field. Edwin rocking a new look today with the old school stirrups.
Yeah, the Sandies and the high socks. Maybe changes his luck.
You think that makes him look fast, Arch?
No.
I can't say that it does.
His teammates agree. Let's put it that way.
I don't know about the high tops with the stirrups, though, huh?
He's trying something different. It's a different look.
He's got the Andre Knott spikes on.
Yeah, baby. Well, if you notice, the shortstop does not have the stirrups on. Frankie always wears them. Today he doesn't.
He just got the regular socks, huh?
Yeah. Last night and today he's wore the regular socks.
Yeah, well, he borrowed them for.
Frank, yeah.
He borrowed them.
He borrowed them. He wanted the wheels.
Edwin with a ground ball in the hole, cut off by Marte to 2nd for 1 on to 1st in inning ending double play. 5 complete, 3-2 Cleveland. Among active managers, 2 of the all-time best right here.
A lot of wins between the both of them. Very impressive. Boch leading the way with 1,900.
Fly ball, left field, near the line, but that's going to move out of play. Just missed that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. David Fletcher. 1 for 2 today, and hits a ground ball right at Jason Kipnis. And he's retired for out number 1. Action in the Cleveland bullpen, including left-hander Oliver Perez and right-hander Adam Simmer. Breaking ball in for a strike. Francisco Arcia 0 for 2 has struck out both times up today. 0 for 7 in the series. Boy, did he burst onto the scene with 10 runs batted in his first 2 big league games. Strike 3 called. There's that fastball again. 7 strikeouts now for Bieber.
Going inside with the heater now. Does it have a little comeback? That's a very good pitch. That's where you get the call on the inside away if it's like that. You haven't been getting it, but he goes inside, gets his 7th strikeout, 2nd out of the inning here in the 6th.
2 down for Caleb Cowart, who is 0 for 2. And hitless in his last 17 trips to the plate. Right back. Shane Bieber zeroing in on perhaps his 8th strikeout of the afternoon. The 1-2. Popped out of play. .90 pitches, 61 of those have been strikes. Just off the outside corner.
Yeah, same as we've seen all day today that we showed that replay. A little off the plate.
Now the pitch is fouled away. And now Bieber backs away. Another foul. The Angels came into today 2 games under 500. (29-28) at home, 26-29 on the road. 3-2's in the dirt. And that is the first walk of the day for Bieber.
Well, 2019 All-Star Game merchandise will be available at Progressive Field team shops starting Tuesday. You can choose from an exclusive array of apparel, headwear, and novelty items. Something for everyone. Be the first to get your hands on the 2019 All-Star gear.
Terry Francona is going to make a move to the bullpen after Shane Bieber goes 5 2/3 innings. 95 pitches in that first walk tipped him off that maybe he's running out of gas. So he's going to go to right-hander Adam Simber. We've got a timeout, 3-2 Cleveland in the 6th. Game. Indians up 3-2 here. We're in the 6th inning. The batter will be Jeffrey Marte. And the new pitcher is Adam Simber, on for the 48th time this year. Since coming to Cleveland, and this will be his 6th outing. Trying to put behind him a rough one the other night.
Yeah. Friday night, a real rough one.
1/3 of an inning, 3 runs on 3 hits, 3 intentional walks. They were trying to get that matchup, and it just didn't work out. In that inning, it was some of it was tough luck. It was an RBI double down the line just inside the chalk by Fletcher. And then there was an infield RBI single. But the killer was the Eric Young 2-run double off the wall in right center field. Inside, ball one. Marte 0 for 2 and 3 for his last 42 overall. Fouled away. Good pitch. Gets him ahead 1 and 2. With the tying run at first base and 2 down here in the 6th. Tied him up. He fights it off to stay alive.
Yeah, there you see he went way in off the plate to try and foul that pitch off, and does.
Now the 1-2. Ground ball right at Lindor. He'll flip it to Kipnis, and the side is retired. Midway through the 6th, it's Cleveland 3, the Angels 2.
With you for a moment to give you this update as we head to Minnesota. The Twins taking on the Royals today. Lucas Duda, a 2-run homer for KC, and then this, Jake Cave, a grand slam for the Minnesota Twins, his 4th home run of the season. Minnesota with a 4-2 lead over Kansas City, 4th inning at Target Field. Let's send it back over to Matt and Rick for the call of the bottom of the 6th, fellas.
Thanks, Al. We'll see Minnesota here tomorrow night for the opener in a 4-game series. Yonder Alonso leads off. And out in front of a breaking ball from Jose Alvarez. Alvarez with a scoreless 5th inning, and so far the Angels bullpen has done exactly what they have needed. Shutout baseball. Ground ball, routine play for Simmons. Shortstop retires Alonso, 1 down. And out comes Mike Scioscia. And it looks like he's going to go back to the bullpen for the right-hander Cam Bedrosian.
I'll tell you, you're right. The Angels bullpen has done exactly what they have had to do to stay in this game, and especially when that starter comes out in the 1st inning, only pitching 1/3 of an inning.
Timeout. 3-2 Cleveland.
You can get tickets now for the Encaya Music Festival, August 25th and 26th in downtown Cleveland. Catch performances by New Order, the Yvette Brothers, SCA, the Revivalists, Cake, and many more. To put your single day or full weekend tickets, go to encaya.com.
Melky Cabrera will be coming to bat. The new pitcher is Cam Bedrosian. Worked a scoreless inning Friday night. In 18 games from the 1st of June to the middle of July, he was dominant. He had given up just 1 earned run in those 18 games.
For the Tribe, now stepping to the plate will be right fielder, Melky Cabrera.
He retired Melky Cabrera on a ground ball right back to him on Friday night. Cabrera showing bunt, took ball 1. Up high, 2-0. Patiently waiting, but that time gave in and swung over the top of a breaking ball down and in.
Yeah, 2-0 breaking ball. Must have been guessing right there because you're looking heater in that situation.
And he lines one off the tip of the glove of Marte into left field. Oh, 1-out single here in the 6th inning, and that is the first hit for the Indians since Francisco Lindor led off the 2nd inning with a double. Get a pinch runner for Cabrera as Brandon Guyer
will come on to run for him.
Yeah, that ball wasn't hit that hard, but it did go off the end of the glove of Marte at third. But they get a base runner with one out. Geyer now pinch running for Cabrera.
Jason Kitten is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch in the first inning. In the third inning, hit a hard ground ball to first, but Arcia made a nice diving stop to retire Kipnis in that third inning with 2 down. Up high, 2-0.
Second straight hitter, 2-0 count. Went breaking ball to Cabrera.
That one borderline, called a strike, 2-1. The Angels on Friday night beat the Indians 7-4 to snap a 10-game losing streak here in Cleveland. But the Tribe overall has still won 17 of the last 21 now against their Western Division foes. 2-1. Kipnis lines one left center field. That's up the alley. That'll go to the wall. Geyer is flying. He's into third. He'll be waved home. Simmons' throw to the plate is not in time, and it goes to the backstop, and down to third base goes Kipnis. An RBI double for Jason Kipnis, his 19th double of the year, RBI number 44, and it's now 4-2 Cleveland.
That could not have come at a better time. He stayed on the fastball and plugged the gap in left center field, so a big hit. It was a fastball up and away, stayed on it beautifully. And on the relay here, Geyer was going to score. It was going to take a perfect relay to get him or even come close, but it was wide. And Kipnis able to go to third base, so it'll be a double RBI, and I'm sure an error that'll go on Simmons.
That's correct. Infield in. And Roberto Perez, the batter. Perez bounced into a fielder's choice with the bases loaded and one out in the first inning. He struck out back in the fourth. Up and away, 2-0. So every hitter that Bedrosian has faced has been behind 2-0. Cabrera singled, Kipnis doubled. Now Perez. Low, 3-0. Fastball misses, ball 4. So Indians at the corners with one out. And Leonis Martin coming to the plate. Angels will play the middle infielders at double play depth. Martin popped up on the infield in the first inning with 2 down. And the bases loaded to end the inning. Then he flied to center in the fourth. But a big opportunity here.
problem for Bedrosian is, you know, he's thrown 12 pitches, 8 have been balls, so he's fallen behind every hitter. He's made it really difficult on himself, so he almost, as a hitter here, have to be a little patient, especially for the first pitch.
He grounds right at the second baseman. There's 1 and 2, and the inning is over. So much for the patience. Indians tack on a run, though. Through 6, they lead it 4-2. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by the injury lawyers at Elk & Elk. Proud partners of the Cleveland Indians. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. 4-2, Cleveland on top. 7th inning. Adam Cimber retired the last man to end the 6th. He'll stay on to pitch the 7th. And Brandon Geyer stays in the game as well.
Cimber may be on for just 1 hitter as the left-hander is on deck. Cole Calhoun.
I don't think that's going too far out on that limb.
It's a thick limb is what you're saying.
Yeah, you got Calhoun, the switch hitter, and then Ohtani. So I'm pretty sure we'll see Miller for the rest of the inning. Briseño 2 for 2 out of the 9 hole, 2 singles and a run scored. Now the 0-2 and a foul right back. Now the 0-2 and it hit him.
Sure did. Got him in the arm.
A appeal, he did not swing at it, so he will be awarded first base. And Terry Francona's checking out the video. No reason to challenge, so he'll make the pitching change, and we'll see Andrew Miller with a man on to start the 7th inning for the Angels. Indians leading it 4-2. It's Miller time when we come back. Edgewater Park. Don't miss the Glotastic Night Ride presented by Cover My Meds that will light up the Cleveland Memorial Shoreway. Register at neocycle.org. It's Glotastic.
I was wondering. Did you put that?
I don't write them, I just read them.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, did you ad lib there, or was it Gary?
No.
'Cause I need some meds too if you're gonna start writing.
Andrew Miller on for the 19th time this year. Miller pitched on Friday night. Didn't have good fastball command, but still worked a scoreless inning with a strikeout.
He had the walk, but then that's going to come. You know, the command and everything. Again, he hasn't pitched since May 25th. Well, Friday was the first time at the big league level. So he's on again. And now with that hit batter to lead off the inning, the tying run comes to the plate.
Breaking ball in for strike one. Calhoun tripled off the center field wall in the fifth. Shoots one to center field. Martin runs it down. One away.
Number 9, Eric Young Jr.
Eric Young is 0 for 3, has struck out all 3 times tonight. Today. Must be something about that 2-hole. Remember on Friday night, Justin Upton struck out 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Consecutive times. And he shoots one into right field for a base hit. Just fought off the fastball.
Yeah, took the fastball that was maybe inner part of the plate and shoots it the other way. Pretty good job of hitting right there. Now they have first and second and 1 out for Ohtani. There it is. Not in quite enough, but it was up a little bit. 8 hits now for the Angels.
Ohtani has 2 of them, including an RBI broken bat single to left in the 5th inning. Fastball just missed in off the plate. Good off-speed pitch, and it's even to count up at 1-1. Hit him on the leg. Got him on the thigh, I think, or maybe on the arm. I'm not sure exactly, but
I heard her screaming. It was just like it just grazed him. And it might have been on the pant leg or around the knee area. So the second batter hit in this inning. And boy, this has been gift wrapped here. And out comes Tito. Already made the call. Watch this. They want it away. It goes way inside for a fastball. He missed his mark by 3 feet.
Still a work in progress for Andrew Miller. He leaves with the bases loaded and 1 out. We'll be right back. Indians clinging to a 4-2 lead. Bases are loaded, 1 out, and Cody Allen has been summoned from the bullpen. He is the 3rd pitcher of the inning. He's got Andrelton Simmons coming to the plate.
And Simmons, a guy that you know, he's a 300 hitter and finds a way to put the bat on the ball. Not that you worry about him power-wise, but he uses the whole field.
Yeah, not an easy guy to strike out.
No, not a guy to strike out, and a tough guy to double up as well. So a couple of hit batters and a base hit in between those. Have the bases loaded for the Angels.
Cody's pitch is popped up. Yonder Alonso backpedaling. He's under it. Infield fly rule makes the catch. 2 down.
Got the heater, beat him inside with the fastball. And gets the pop up. That's a big out there for the Tribe. Here comes a good fastball down in the zone, and he beats him to the point. By the time he can get it out there, he was looking and popped it up.
Now David Fletcher 1 for 3 in the ball game. On the year, Fletcher 9 out of 22 with runners in scoring position. He's got them loaded with 2 down. And a fastball away. There are the base runners. And the 1-0. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball right at Ramirez. He'll go to third and beats him to the bag to retire the side. The Halos leave him loaded. Cody Allen gets out of the jam.
You know, your delivery, make adjustments and kind of reel things back in when they do get a little bit out of whack. You know, results aside, I think that's where, you know, where at least I want to feel like I am, to where I can repeat my delivery, because then I think, you know, the rest of the stuff, release point, all that kind of falls in place and allows you to execute pitches if you're able to repeat all the stuff beforehand.
Great clip of the game from last night. Corey Kluber just dominant. 98 pitches, all he needed for the complete game shutout. The last time Kluber went 9 innings and did it in under 100 pitches was 3 years ago at Minnesota. But in that game, he allowed 1 run. But back in 2014, right here against Seattle, he had a complete game shutout against the Mariners on just 85 pitches. So
yeah, great movement on his pitches yesterday. 16 outs on 3 pitches or less. You know, and he was ahead in the count, 22 at 32 first pitch strikes. He just dominated it. Seemed to slow down a little bit, and it was a treat to watch.
To see a guy go 9 innings in this day and age and do it in under 100 pitches, it's just very rare.
Well, Tito appreciated that they let the Angels attack, but they attacked with great pitches early in the count. Gave a lot of credit to Roberto Perez. He says he doesn't catch him all the time, but he found the rhythm, and they worked really well off of each other. Another thing we found out is sometimes when maybe Jan's catching or Roberto is catching, if one of them doesn't agree with the pitch call or is trying to figure it out, they'll go together in between innings and go look at the film and figure out why a guy's called what they've called. Did that a couple times last night, and Kluber appreciated that.
Well, the Angels go back to the bullpen. Fifth pitcher of the game is Blake Parker. Francisco Lindor leading off for the Indians. Parker worked an inning on Friday night and allowed a run.
Yeah, 10 of 13 in save situations for him. 234 batting average against. Let's Scotia just trying to keep it a 2-run game. They've hung in there all day long from the first inning. Indians were able to put one on the board last inning. But right now they had the opportunity. They couldn't score. So he's saying this is our shot. We got to put a 0 on here in the next inning.
What's impressive is the Angels are doing this today. Now, granted, they've only scored the 2 runs, but they don't have Upton, they don't have Trout, and they don't have Pujols in the lineup.
Right. And they still out hit the Indians 8-6. So nice when you can get one swing and 3 runs across.
Well, the Indians came out breathing fire. Lindor singled, Brantley walked, and Ramirez hit a 3-run homer. And 3 batters into the game, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a blowout.
And the next 2 guys reached after that. Starter Deck McGuire could get 1 out today after facing 7 hitters.
Popped him up. Yeah, McGuire left with 1 out. And the bases loaded in the first inning. And the Indians did not score again. And they would not score again until the 6th inning on the Jason Kipnis RBI double. But the pitching's made it stand up to this point. Brantley walked and scored in that first inning, has grounded out, struck out since. To center field. 2 away. Miller Lite hold true moment in the first. Jose Ramirez home run number 33, which ties him for the league lead.
Well, there was the fastball. He was ahead of him 0-2 on 2 breaking balls. He felt here the count went to 3-2. He tried to throw Jose a fastball and got burned.
Leads the majors with 12 first inning home runs. And he leads the team with 5 3-run homers. And he looks at a pitch outside, ball 1. After that 3-run homer in the first, it was almost like the Angels said, okay, we get it. They walked him his next 2 times up.
I really think you're going to see more and more of that as this season winds down. The teams you're going to start playing, this is the guy you say, hey, look, we can't let this guy beat us, man. If we walk him, then you got to go and be aggressive after whoever's hitting behind him, but don't let this guy beat you.
Three and 1.
Yeah, a lot of off-speed pitches. They'll show him the fastball to see if he wants to swing, but he's shown a lot of patience. He's grown up this year, 2nd in the league in walks. He's doing it all.
Slow breaking ball in for a strike on a 3-1 pitch to run the count full. Fouled right back in off the mask of Briseño, the catcher.
That got both guys, catcher, and then it went up and hit the umpire too.
Yeah, it did. shift on for Ramirez. And with 2 down, the payoff pitch from Blake Parker. And Ramirez swats it to right. Calhoun catches it. 1-2-3 go the Indians. We go to the 8th. 4-2 Cleveland.
Like you doing the dance moves, Al.
No, I'm not nearly that good. He's Jensen Lewis. I'm Al Pulaski. Today, the pitching pretty good. Bieber, good starting pitching. Bullpen's been good, too.
Yeah, Cody Allen picked up Andrew Miller big time. You got to see the same thing here. Now, always toughest for the reliever after you sit down in a big situation to come back, get back up. Hopefully a clean 8th inning for Cody.
Well, this one's still undecided, obviously. We'll talk about it after the game. Indians Live is brought to you by Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. As Cody Allen will remain in this game after getting out of a jam in the 7th. Matt and Rick.
Thank you, Al. Cody came into a bases loaded, 1-out mess. Got a pop up and a ground ball to get out of the fray. Now facing Francisco Arcia in the 8th inning. Curveball in there for strike 1. Brad Hand up in the Cleveland bullpen. And he's only up should the lineup turn over to the top of the order. Broken bat job, and Ramirez has it, 1 down.
To the plate now for LA, left fielder
Caleb Cowart, 0 for 2 with a walk. And for Cowart, that walk is truly as good as a hit, because he only has 1 of those on the year.
Yeah, anytime he can just get on base, touch the base, make that left turn.
To right field. And he's got his 2nd hit of the season. One-out single brings up Jeffrey Marte.
The batter now for the Angels, number 19.
That also snaps, and 0 for 17 slump for Cowart. Cody Allen gets ahead of Marte. He was robbed of a hit in the 3rd inning.
on a sensational play by Melky Cabrera. In addition to that one, he also made 2 other terrific plays in right field today.
Yeah, the first 2 outs in that 3rd inning. And the one back at the wall in the 4th to lead it off. So yeah, he had a good day defensively. He sure did.
Cody's 1-1. Threw it right by him. Runner goes. The 1-2 pitch is low and away. Throw it on to second. Not in time. Howard with the stolen base.
Had a good jump too. Ends up going straight in with that pop-up slide. Perez gets rid of it. Not a bad throw, but he beats it to second base. Kipnis coming over. It was a little on the shortstop side, but you can see where that foot goes right in. And a quick pop-up slide for Coward, his first stolen base.
Twins lead the Royals 6-3. They're in the 6th inning in Minnesota. Twins will be here tomorrow night to open a 4-game series. Nice block by Roberto Perez, and the count goes full at 3-2. Pitch to Marte. And he struck him out. 2 down in the inning. First strikeout for Cody.
Came back with a very good low fastball here. Knees away. Tough one to lay off. Even if he doesn't swing, that may have been a strike. Good pitch. See how those legs, you got to get down to work your legs to get down and hit that low fastball when you can keep it down there. Awfully tough for a hitter to get down and really put a good swing on it.
Well, Jose Briseño has been on all 3 times today. 2 singles and was hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. And he pops him up. Is it playable? Yonder Alonso near the dugout makes the catch. Cody Allen with an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief here today. by authority of the Cleveland Indians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians. (4-2), the Indians lead it. Bottom of the 8th coming up. And we recap our storylines today, brought to you by your Ford dealers. Bieber working down in the zone. Tell you what, the kid was terrific today. A good fastball, really an explosive fastball at times. And two of the game's top shortstops, Lindor and Andrelton Simmons. Frankie with a single and a double his first 2 times up, leading to a run. Andrelton Simmons batting in the cleanup spot. Just 1 for 4 on the afternoon.
Yeah, Bieber 7 strikeouts, just 1 walk today.
Jim Johnson, the new pitcher for the Angels. 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Cleveland. Curveball in for a strike. Brushed him back a little bit, 2-1. Ground ball up the gut butt, backhanded by Fletcher, the second baseman. 1 away. So Encarnacion just 1 out of 10 in the series. Up comes Yonder Alonso, 1 for 3 today. He singled back in the first inning, struck out, grounded out since then. A little low. And a foul right back. High fly ball. Right center field. Young and Calhoun converge, and Eric Young will make the catch for out number 2. It's going to bring up Brandon Geyer, who came on as a pinch runner in the 6th inning and scored the last run of this game. Meanwhile, Brad Hand up and ready in the Cleveland bullpen. He'll be coming on to try and close it out. Up high, ball 1. Since coming back from the disabled list, Brandon Geyer has batted .289 in 30 games. And he smokes one right back up the middle. Now, whether or not it's a case of just finally feeling good and healthy, or if it's just repetition or whatever it is, he looks like the player he was a couple of years ago.
It might be that wrist, as they talked about early in the cold weather and everything. You know, he's swinging it much more aggressive now. I agree with you. Whatever it is, it's good to see.
Jason Kipnis delivered Geyer all the way from first base with an RBI double back in the 6th. outside, ball one. Backed him off with a fastball. Kipnis sends a high fly ball center field, not deep enough. Eric Young will make the catch, and the inning is over. So it's all up to Brad Hand as we go to the ninth. Indians up 4-2. How about the D in right field today by Melky Cabrera?
I'm amazed that he was able to get, not only make the catch, but get that glove out in front of him where he didn't pin his arm or his hand underneath his body going forward. We see how he picked it up and went forward. Really nice catch. So that went in the glove and he was on a dead sprint. So a good play by Melky.
And now Brad Hand on to try and close this one out for the Indians. And lest anyone wonder, is this signal a change in the Indians' thoughts as far as the bullpen hierarchy? Tito made this perfectly clear early on. Depending on how the lineup would roll over is how he was going to use both Cody Allen and Brad Hand, where they could be most effective. And he said, and this is a perfect instance, if I look and see that in the ninth inning it's going to be left-handed hitters, then I'll probably pitch Cody in the eighth and Hand in the ninth. If just the opposite is true, then we would have seen Hand in the eighth and Cody in the ninth.
And he's got two left-handers in this inning.
Cole Calhoun to lead off. We're going to get a pinch hitter, Justin Upton, for Eric Young.
I see he just came into the on-deck circle.
Ground ball up the middle and it's through. So on one pitch, Calhoun gets aboard, bringing the tying run to the plate the rest of the inning. And Justin Upton will be that tying run as a pinch hitter. And Shohei Ohtani in the on-deck circle. Upton, I'm guessing, doesn't pinch hit a whole bunch. This was does not have an at-bat as a pinch hitter yet this year. He's an everyday guy.
Yes, sir.
In fact, this is the first game, Arch, he has not played in up until right now. He appeared in all 109 games, so. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 110 for the Indians, but for the Angels.
Yeah, a couple of games.
Yeah, he's only missed a couple of games. Down low, ball one. Upton on Friday night was 0 for 5, struck out 4 consecutive times. To third. Ramirez goes to second. There's one. On to first, not in time. Heck of an effort, though, by everybody involved. Ramirez with a nice play on the backhand and then quickly got it to Kipnis as quickly as he could.
You know, that's such a tough throw because he's going away from third base on the backhanded play, and you got to give a good feed. So he had to plan, and it was a little low. So to get anything on it, it's awfully tough to do, to make a perfect throw when you're going away from the play like that. But they made it close. Tough play.
Did a good job to pick it and get the force. That's the most important thing. So now 1 out with Upton at first, and Shohei Ohtani is the batter. And that one gets away from Perez. And it went over the backstop, so Upton will have to stop at second.
See what happens here. Oh, that's that breaking ball going way down and away in the other batter's box that Perez couldn't get to. I'm sure a wild pitch will take place and the runner moves up.
Good breaking ball in for a strike to even the count. The Angels played the Padres earlier this year down in San Diego, but I'm told in that game Hand did not face Ohtani, so this is their first matchup. Swung out and missed. So he went front door breaking ball, and then he threw him the big sweeper. And now Ohtani's in the hole, a 1-2.
Yeah, there's a big breaking ball, and not a good swing at that, so you may want to stay with that one.
Checked it. Did he go? He did not. 2-2.
You can see that body coming out. He waits and then he's bailing, but he didn't go. He was thinking about it, thought about it, but did not.
And the 2-2 is pulled to first. Alonso has it. He'll go to the bag himself. 2 down. Upton moves to third. Last hope for the Halos is Andrelton Simmons, who is 1 for 4 here this afternoon. good looking breaking ball. Just missed inside for ball one. Oh, Simmons caught in between, and it's 1-1.
Looked like he didn't pick it up, a breaking ball there.
Ground ball to third. Ramirez got his footwork tangled up, and the Angels are still alive. They get a run, and it's 4-3 as Upton comes home to score. And Simmons is aboard with 2 down here in the 9th. It looked like Ramirez took 1 step too many unless that ball checked up and moved on him.
No, watch him on this play. Watch one, and he just sort of slipped. It just looked awkward to begin with, and then by the time he went for the backhand, he overran it. You see that little slip there, and I don't know if it maybe had a tough time picking it up out of the seats. That'll go as a hit.
Now David Fletcher. And a fastball strike. That would have been. Well, it really is the second defensive play for Ramirez in which no error was charged, but you're used to seeing him make it. He had that spin and throw that was offline earlier.
Way offline.
Foul back. Again, we're not talking about ordinary routine plays. It's just that you get so used to watching these guys make every play that you're surprised sometimes when they don't. Brad Hand has David Fletcher in the hole 0-2 with the tying run at first in the 9th. Swung on and missed. He struck him out, and that'll end the ball game. The Indians take the series, winning 2 out of 3 as they hold on to win this one by a final of 4-3. The Indians go to 61-49 on the year. They're 12 games above 500 for the first time in a month. The winning pitcher will be Shane Bieber, who goes to 6-2. And the save will go to Brad Hand. And that's already his 3rd since coming to Cleveland. Losing pitcher Deck McGuire. He's 0-2 now on the year, and the Angels will head home 55-58 on the year. So it was a good early burst for the Indians, and then the pitching held on.
Exactly what happened. They jumped out early. It looked like it was going to be a rout today. But give credit to the Angels bullpen. They held on and they come back, but they lose by 1. So Bieber did a nice job. The bullpen came out and they got big outs when they had to, and they get a 1-run win and they win the series. And that's your goal right there. Win the series.
Indians take 2 out of 3. Second place Minnesota comes to town tomorrow night. 4-3 is the final. Back with some final thoughts right after this.